Hey friends, since I'm officially a YouTuber again, I thought I would go to one of those stock YouTube things and do a never have I ever video. This one is the actor and voice coach edition. This is gonna definitely be a vulnerable video, so it's gonna take a lot to get through this one. We should probably just get started, but first, I need coffee. I reached out to colleagues and clients and asked them to send me never have I ever ideas. I had them all typed up and cut up and put into this little cup here. And so I'm going to pull them out. I haven't read these before, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna need coffee for this. Never have I ever thought I could sing a song better than my client. I have. This is a pretty embarrassing one right off the bat. I think it's usually not clients that I work with on a consistent basis. It's usually clients that just feel they can just do a drop-in session and they really just want me to tell them that they're awesome. Sometimes I think their ego gets in their way. They feel that they only need a coach to kind of tell them, like, you're doing great, good job. They don't really ever want to accept the kind of the feedback side of things. And those clients tend to come in with the most mistakes. Never have I ever coached a client for a role I knew they wouldn't get. I have. But usually, I think in those scenarios, I've talked about it with the client. Usually the client knows that they're maybe being called back for a role that they're just not going to get. If I really do think that a client is reaching for a particular role, I'm going to tell them, because it's probably a reach because it's just not a story that they're equipped at that moment to tell. And I think that that changes the way we work on the piece. We have to find something that they can grab onto. Sometimes exploring a piece as a particular character is like doing one of those rock climbing walls. There are some characters where the rocks are really close together and it's easy to find things to grab onto. And then there are those characters that are way more challenging. And it's like there's maybe a rock over here and then there's one like way over here. If a client is working on a callback and I know that it's going to be one of those roles, we're going to focus right away on finding what those rocks that they can grab onto are. So I do always want to be honest with them and tell them if I think that a particular role is going to be a stretch for them to be cast in. At the same time, I love it when they get cast in those roles because it shows that our work in the session, and more importantly, the work that they took then into the room, actually paid off. Never. This one totally came from a teacher. Never have I ever only cleaned the part of my studio that was on camera. All the time. I have to say I've been a little bit lazy during the whole COVID pandemic with being online, because when I don't have in-person people coming here to the studio, I might go a week or two without actually vacuuming the studio. Whereas when I have people coming here in person, I'm usually vacuuming multiple times a week. So yeah, there have been times where I've only cleaned the part that's on camera. Never have I ever been on Zoom for over 8 hours. I have. This actually happens frequently. There are days in the studio where I will start seeing clients at 9 in the morning and pretty much go straight all the way until the studio closes at 6. Sometimes that means I don't take a lunch, and that's not healthy. That's not good. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better at that because I know it's not great for sitting that long. I know it's not great on my eyes, and obviously self-care as a coach is really important. That's what's going to allow me to best serve my clients. If I'm taking care of myself, I will be better able to serve my clients. And that is something that definitely here in 2020, through everything going with the pandemic, I have realized more than anything else. I'm not great at this, but I'm working on it. Never have I ever made up a client session plan on the spot. I don't know why I'm acting so sheepish about this. Yes, all the time. I do this every single day. Actually, I think it happens every single session. I think the life of being an audition coach basically means you have no clue what's happening on any given day. I will plan. I have a planner. I do. It sits on my side table right next to my piano. I write out what I think we're going to work on. And there are times, yes, where I actually accomplish the things that I think we're going to work on. But especially in the midst of audition season, it is not uncommon for a client to go, I have a callback tomorrow, we need to work on this. And everything gets thrown out the window. It is also not uncommon for me to have to switch gears from working on a piece with a client to kind of having to switch into that kind of performance coaching mode where it's, dealing with anxiety or dealing with stress, or maybe someone's struggling financially and something just happened that they need that person to talk to. There are those memes out there where it's what my friends think I do, what my parents think I do, what I think I do, and what I really do. And it seems like the voice teacher one is always therapist. And that I know frustrates a lot of teachers, but it's something that I feel is really important, because if my clients trust me enough to kind of want to have those types of conversations with me, I will just sit there and listen. I think sometimes as voice teachers, we don't let ourselves go there because that's not about the work. And I disagree. When, as an actor, you are experiencing something in your personal life, you are learning how you deal with some of these situations, and you are figuring out how you handle certain feelings and certain emotions. Emotions are a reaction to a stimulus. You've heard me say that 9,000 times. I want a client to know that if they're really struggling with something and they have no one else to talk to, they can turn to me and I will be there to listen. I will be there to give whatever suggestions I can give. I tell them all the time, I'm not a therapist, but I am trained in coaching and I can ask questions to get them to think. And I really think that's important. And that's why, like I say, we don't just teach you to act. We teach you to be a whole actor. And I think being an actor means being a person. So if the person is struggling with something, there's no way the actor is going to really be able to be successful in their work. So yeah, a lot of times the session plans get thrown out the window and we end up having to do something that I never ever thought we were ever going to talk about in a session. Never have I ever had a favorite client. I have not. I do not have favorite clients. I have lots of favorite clients. I get to work with some of the best performers I have ever seen. I am so lucky that the people that I'm working with here at Stage Door right now are exactly the clients I want. I love getting to spend time with every single one of them. I look forward to seeing every single one of them every week. There are times where I might, especially with drop-in clients, that I will go months without seeing them. And it kind of hurts because it's like, I miss them. I miss getting to spend that time with them and help them explore new things about themselves, both as a performer and as a person. I love who I get to work with. And I always love when new people come into what we call our studio family. Stage Door Unlocked is a family. We're a community. And I love it when new people come in and they kind of take that little bit of awkwardness of trying to fit in. But then once they're here, they're here. And I'm going to start getting emotional. I love this job. And so I don't have favorite clients. I feel like the Barbara Bush quote, I love all my children equally. There's a great quote in the book, The Prosperous Coach. And the actual name of the coach is escaping me, but the author asked his coach, how many clients do you have? And the coach said, one, the person that's in front of me. And I try to live by that philosophy as a coach. And so to kind of adjust that to fit this question, if someone asks me who is my favorite client, I will say whoever is standing right in front of me. I truly believe that. And I think I have a different relationship with every client, and I get to show different sides of myself with every client. I get to be a different person and fulfill a different role for every client. And so in that scenario, no, I don't have a favorite client, and I hope I never do. Here's the last one. Never have I ever drank decaf and liked it. I know who sent in this one. I know who it's from, and I hate that you're calling me out on it. I have had decaf that I've liked. There is the majority of the time where I don't like decaf. There is something about the decaffeination process that to me in a lot of coffees causes it to kind of taste like popsicle sticks, and I just don't like it. I have gone off on this rant many times in sessions when clients ask me why I don't just drink decaf in the afternoon. I don't like decaf, but yes, I have had decaf coffee that I like. I will also say that the coffee that we have here at Stage Door Unlocked, the decaf that we have, I will drink that. I think it's good. I still prefer the regular roast of it. I can taste the difference, but it's still a very good decaf coffee. If I didn't think it was a good decaf coffee, we wouldn't offer it as part of our coffee program. So thanks for calling me out, for making me admit that yes, there are decaf coffees that I like. There you go. There is my Never Have I Ever voice coach, acting coach edition video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Teacher, coach, colleagues out there, are you guilty of any of these? I'd love to hear about it down in the comment section. Actors, what about you? Have you worked with coaches that have done some of these things? What has been your experience? I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Again, post those down in the comment section. As always, actors, you're awesome. Be awesome. And I'll see you next time.